Jake Paul, Mike Tyson happens around a month ago. The son says, I want something like this. I want to do something like this. I want something big. They're doing it in Saudi Arabia. They're doing it all over the place. I want something big in India. On Saturday, at the post-fight press conference in Tampa, Dana White alluded to the fact that he had something in the works, something big up his sleeve for 2025.
I have no issue with this fight for a few reasons. Number one, obviously, I don't think he's ready to be back in the UFC. I think he will get his ass kicked.
The saga of Conor McGregor and Jake Paul just got more intriguing long before the problem child entered the conversation. McGregor had stirred the pot by hinting at a showdown with Logan Paul. The Irish fighter claimed he was already in discussions with the Yamani family to arrange a match with the elder Paul sibling. Ever great, McGregor famously wrote, signaling his intent to step into.
Could this be one of the biggest fights we could ever see? Conor McGregor versus Jake Paul is reportedly on the table for July-September time in India. This fight could be one of the biggest and best build-ups, best fights in terms of entertainment ever. Conor McGregor versus Jake Paul as a boxing match, no. They're not great boxers. But as a build-up and entertainment, this could be amazing. Conor McGregor, Jake Paul, very similar personalities, and I think they'll clash well. But the thing is, the reason why this fight wouldn't happen is because Conor McGregor is contracted to the UFC for another 2 more fights. Unless that's why they're going to India and it's going to be like an exhibition, not a pro fight. Because of the UFC clause. But I've seen Logan Paul, Conor McGregor. Man, it would be crazy if this fight did happen. And over in India.
Boxing ring, before making his return to the octagon. Critics, including AKA's Javier Mendez, questioned McGregor's choice of opponent, believing he had picked the wrong Paul. Now it seems that a misstep has been rectified. Logan Paul has yet to carve out the same renown in the martial arts world as his younger brother. That doesn't mean he's a stranger to the fight game, though. His most recent boxing match took place in 2023 against Dylan Dennis, a teammate of Conor McGregor. The win, however, sparked debate as it came through disqualification.
Last couple of days, we've been talking about this Logan Paul, Conor McGregor story, and my phone continues to blow up. Fielding a lot of phone calls, talking to a lot of sources, talking to a lot of people, and that is the initial tweet that kind of, kicked all this off, right? That tweet right there. The rumors of a bout with Notorious are false. There were no real rumors, let's be honest. I'm in preliminary agreements with the Ambani family to face Logan Paul in a boxing exhibition in India. I have agreed. I will then seek my return to the octagon. So this was on December 17th, 2 days ago, and that's what really sparked everything. And then I've been talking to a lot of people. And so right after that, when we did the show on Tuesday, I said there is validity, right? There is a thing here. Save that tweet if we can. Save that tweet. There is validity. There is validity to this story. This is a real thing, and it's not just Conor chatting shit, as the kids like to say. And I've continued to look into it, and I've continued to talk to people. And now I feel compelled.
Just as it seemed Tafar was gearing up for a defining moment against a former UFC double champion, his younger brother swooped in, snatching the spotlight in the coveted bout for himself. Salvador Rodriguez, the renowned reporter for ESPN, had to say that taking to the fight, reporter put up pictures of the problem child and the Mystic Mac, and wrote, sources Jake Paul versus Conor McGregor on the table for July-August, or September 2025 in India. Additionally, McGregor has only submitted 3 letters about the fight, he said TKO.
We're not saying this is what we want. I think everyone will agree that we want Conor McGregor to, if he fights again, if he decides to fight again. Someone's texting me now about this. This is all,
wow.
It's all happening.
Real time. In real time, we're getting updates. Should I book a flight to India?
We'll see on the back end.
Okay, so it is. We all want Conor to fight in MMA if he fights again, right? Yes, we all agree.
That's right.
Okay. Got that out of the way. So let's talk about what I know as of right now on this Thursday afternoon. This family, the Ambani family, which I went through the stats, right? I went through the stats, courtesy GC got them for me very quickly. I will be honest, and perhaps it's shame on me, wasn't so familiar. Now, after doing some digging, probably we should have been very familiar because they're one of the most powerful and richest families in the world.
A new piece of the puzzle appears to have clicked into place, bringing clarity to the timeline. Dana White had hinted that Conor McGregor's return to the octagon would likely be in late 2025. Now it all makes sense. McGregor's schedule will be tied up with a bout against Paul in India. But here's a twist you might not know. Jake Paul once unleashed his fury on McGregor for opting to fight his older brother instead. Curious, let's dive in following the initial teaser regarding a bout between Logan Paul and McGregor. Jake Paul took to X and quoted, "Now it all..."
Thoughts on Tyson, Jake Paul? Who gives a bollocks?
Nobody gives a bollocks.
No one gives a fuck about him.
Nobody gives a fuck about that lad.
I hope we rattles that little dope.
I hope Tyson fucking cracks that lad.
How was that even in the fucking Dallas Stadium?
How the fuck did they even get a stadium?
This is Mike Tyson Kush, yes?
This is Tyson Weed. Tyson Weed.
There's no one doing it like me. Nobody.
I'm still the fucking king of this shit, right? I'm the king of this shit, right?
It all makes sense why Conor McGregor and his management team have been desperately trying to get MVP to negotiate for a fight between us. He told them privately, and I'm now saying it publicly, the only way we're willing to explore me versus Conor in a pro boxing MMA fight is if Dana White UFC are at the table directly, or make it clear they are okay with discussions when it came to criticizing McGregor. The YouTuber turned professional fighter didn't back down. He continued, "Conor is washed. The pause are needed, Logan, by, however, he. Once, however, it appears..."
Conor McGregor, if you can ever get your house back in order, while us real professionals have been keeping the octagon warm, we're wondering where you've been, Conor. Come back and beat me, if you can. Do you have any more questions, Joe?
I do not, sir. That was an awesome fight. Thank you very much. Thank you. My chairman, ladies and gentlemen.
It appears that the younger Paul desired the Notorious Troagord exclusively for himself. Obviously, it would be fascinating to observe what takes place in the ring when it comes to the Dubliner's UFC comeback. It seems he won't keep us in suspense for long with just 2 bouts remaining on his UFC contract. Fans can anticipate Mystic Mac aiming to close the chapter by 2-0-1-2-5. Conor McGregor has returned to the spotlight, but this time it's within the confines of a boxing ring rather than the MMA cage.
Boxing Media Hub here, just a quick one, just come in. Conor McGregor versus Jake Paul, reportedly on the table for between July to September in India next year. Jake Paul and not Logan. Let me know your thoughts.
The Irish icon stunned fans worldwide when he revealed plans to face Logan Paul in India. Now, whispers of an even greater surprise are making waves as speculation intensifies about a potential showdown.